What's up guys, this is KhoPhi, and every year I do my year in reviews starting 2016. I call it my 12,016, my 12,017, my 12,018 this year in review. As to why I call it 12,018 instead of 2018, you can check out the Gazgazat video on timelines of how I came up with all this. You can watch the video to learn more about that. But I would write an article about my year in review, so you can find it 2016 here on my blog, same as the 2017. This 2018 I want to do it different. Now that I'm into YouTube and trying to do more videos, how about I do my 2018 in review on camera? So that's what we're going to talk about in this video, my 2018 in review. Now let's get started. I would say this year began on a good note. For some part, went into some nosedive and then came back up to stabilize a bit. That discussion I had on CDFM also led to me getting a job interview, which led me to landing my job earlier this year, writing Angular for front-end use. And that is what I did. Joined this company. It was great initial stages. So we all had this ambition to change the world and build platforms that scale and grow and all that. It was all fun until somewhere mid of the year, our salaries delayed for like 2 months, which was, I think, the lowest point for me in this year. It was a really tough time. I had gone from money to add up to what I already had to buy a motorbike, which I'm going to talk more about that later on in separate videos. And so I had to pay back the money and salary wasn't coming. It was really terrible trying to explain to the lender what the whole situation was. Really had a bad time. During that time, I was like, okay, what could I do? What could I do? Looking at what I was doing as well, I thought, well, most of what I do isn't necessarily bound to the office. So why don't I put in a word to see if I could start a discussion related to whether I can work from home or be a remote, also have the remote option along with the office. My email went in and it was a pretty lengthy one explaining, at the time I thought getting to the details of why I think working remote is a good option and what would be possible was a way to go about it, trying to convince my employer, except it didn't go well. So basically my email went in, I think on a Monday or Tuesday, and on Friday I got a response back, and the response was pretty simple: you are fired. That was it. So got fired somewhere mid of this year, and fortunately got all my money back as well. My backlog salary all were paid, which is good. Fortunately, hopped onto another job real quick, which was also primarily 100% remote option with the option to come into the office. So it was more like transitioning from this all office approach without remote to an all remote with an office option, which I enjoyed, got on board, and has been working with them since mid this year, somewhere July, August. Yeah, it's been all fun. I also write mobile applications and now delving into PWAs fully at this my new job. So during one of the highlights for me this year also was buying my motorbike, which I tipped on earlier. I bought the motorbike on, I think, May 7th. Brand new bike, fresh, great. I've covered more than 7,000 kilometers so far. It saved me a ton of time, a ton of money, increased the convenience of where I travel around. It's made my punctuality way better. Everything about how I want to move around in Accra changed when I got a motorbike. Yes, it's a ton risky. You fall, you die, no questions asked. But then the plus side of it is having the flexibility to move, being able to go around as quickly as possible without having to sit in traffic and the cost of fuel and all that. That was basically one of the reasons why I got the motorbike, and I've been using it since. been a great investment for me this year. One of the goals I couldn't achieve and continue with this year had to do with the Always On Wi-Fi, which was a neighborhood Wi-Fi project I started in KhoPhi here in my neighborhood back in this one. So we ran out of funding, we couldn't expand to the next phase of what we wanted to do, and so it led to having to shut down the system, even sell the devices, because without them being used, there wasn't any need for having them lying around. Always On Wi-Fi had to shut down. We had to call it a break, not a quit. We're still looking for potential investors, people who are interested in the idea, to help push and expand it in the neighborhood so that we could continue with that project. If you're interested in supporting such a project, we have lots of data to back it. We ran it for close to 2 years, so it's something that was going to work, something we know would work. We needed to expand, which required initial capital to set the infrastructure up and buy more devices, and with that we project income and returns on investment and all that. So you can learn more about Enjoy Wi-Fi today. The SSID was always on. You can find the link in the description below to read more about it on our site. Our packages were great. People enjoyed it. We had flexible packages, and you can be a part of the story we want to tell and the connectivity we want to build with that. Check out enjoywifi.today in the link in the description below. Getting to the latter part of the year, I also got myself a brand new camera. I did a review on the camera. It's a Canon M50 mirrorless 50. It's an EOS. You can watch the entire video I did on reviewing the camera from a beginner's perspective. You can find that in the at this section. Yeah. Basically, I wanted to get into photography seriously. I've always wanted to go into photography, but I didn't really feel the need was at any point in time better than this year, when I had to buy the camera and then proceed with it. So I did a lot of research online and read a lot of articles. I settled on my Canon M50, which comes with many of the specs I wanted. 4K, it has interchangeable lens, it's also mirrorless. So those were some of the features I was looking for, and I got them in that small pack. The total bundle was somewhere like $950 for it was a bundle pack. You can find that on Amazon. They have most of these bundle pack. Bought it from paging.co, something like that. Started doing photography and have taken a lot of pictures, a ton of pictures. You can see from the collection I have here. The birds have just begun. We will always take a stand for the people, for the land. Let's go back to when we were young. For the animals we stand. Let's go back to when trees were swung. Kids across the land. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah. Since I started photography, I've done a lot of shoots. I've done a lot of pro bonos, not paid. I start getting my start getting serious with that. I've been doing most of the pro bonos to get a hang of this whole photography, sharpen my skills, be better at taking pictures, so that when I start actually charging for real, I can push out great quality images and be able to satisfy my clients. So that's what photography I've been doing. It's been a hectic getting to the end of the year for me. So much events, so much to choose from, and which ones to go and whatnot. But I think I've been able to grow my skills, and I'm better than when I started back in September. If you have an upcoming event, conference, meetup, a wedding event, or something of that sort, just get in touch with me. KhoPhi Photography will be there to handle all the photography needs. Next is YouTube. I decided to resume YouTube this year and also take it seriously than I did previously. I used to record videos for YouTube. It was more like tutorials and sometimes tech explanations, Android, but now I want to take it seriously now that I have a camera and be able to record as many videos as possible. And I have some nice lighting setup that allows me to take videos better indoors. I hope to record more videos and be able to share with you guys and be able to connect with you more. So if you are new here, please subscribe to the channel. There's going to be more videos. I have like lined up videos I'm still working on to push out more. So YouTube is definitely something I'm going to do more, hopefully in 2019. And last but not least, I also volunteered as a developer advocate for a company here in Ghana. Developer advocate is one of the roles I've been hoping companies sign on and put out there to get people to help them build products that developers love, and also be able to take feedback from developers and infuse it into their development cycles to better improve their product for developers and internal teams to all be happy with. I am volunteering as a developer advocate for one of the companies here in Ghana in the tech space. We're working on some videos. You should get to see them pretty much soon. I hope you will enjoy them. So that is also something a role I've signed on recently to also with volunteering and producing content, being a developer advocate, bridging the gap between the outside developers and the internal developer team for better products and shipping developer-friendly applications. So expect some videos coming from me as well, hopefully on this channel, so that you get to see how to use the platform and all that. You get to know more about that coming pretty soon. So in all, that has been my 2018 year in review. It's been an up and down, but overall I think the average of it all has been an exciting year. Most of what I wanted to do, I think I was able to do them. Finally getting to the end of the year, I now have my own rental space that I can set it up the way I want with my camera stuff and my lighting, so that I can be able to record videos at an easy rate. So that has been the recent development. I've moved in a lot of stuff around. I have to put them and fix things around. When all is set and ready, I'm gonna push out a ton of videos that I hope you guys will enjoy. So thank you so much for being a part of my story for this year, my 2018 year in review. If you want to check out the previous years in reviews, you can check out the link in the description below to learn about that. My next year, what I want to get into is be a better developer and also produce more YouTube content and also get serious, even more serious with my photography work. So I don't have all the nitty-gritty details of how my next year will be, because I don't know much about next year, but I just want to be a better developer, also be a better photographer, and be able to produce more quality YouTube video content for you guys to enjoy. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey. If you've not subscribed yet, please subscribe. If you want to leave a comment, you can also do that below. I hope to see you in my subsequent videos, and I hope you enjoy them as well. Thanks and have fun.
We will always take a stand for the people, for the land. Let's go back.